Let's try this again. I just did this whole segment and did not record the audio for it. I just recorded the video. So, today's video, episode 8, is going to be about Nashville tuning. It's something that I just started doing. I went and bought a fairly inexpensive guitar, strung it up with Nashville tuning. I don't know, maybe I said that wrong. I strung it and then tuned it to the Nashville tuning. That's probably more accurate. Essentially, all Nashville tuning is you take all of the octave strings or the highest, thinnest gauge strings on a 12-string or out of a 12-string pack, and you put that on a standard 6-string guitar. So all of those octave strings are different on a 12-string until you get to the B and the E, and then they just do a unison tuning for those two strings on a 12-string. So the B and the E are the high B and E are tuned the same as they normally would be on a regular 6-string guitar. I tune all of my guitars to E flat. I'm kind of preference to that just because it's a little easier for me to sing in that range. It also has a little bit different of a vibe to it, which I've always kind of resonated with. And I don't know if that's because I'm a product of the 90s, the 80s and the 90s, when grunge was popular and people were kind of doing altered tunings and alternative music was big, and shoegaze and all of those different kinds of things. But essentially that's kind of where I'm at with all of it. I like that sound. So today what you're going to be hearing is you're going to be hearing me talk through the SM7b, and down below the cameras here I'm using my ST171 front facing condenser. It's a small, I wouldn't call it a pencil condenser, but it's like a medium size condenser with a pretty small capsule on it. I like using that, and I like to poke it right at the base of the guitar underneath the 12th fret, basically, right there. I feel like it gives a little bit more of a natural sound than when you aim a condenser right at the strings. You end up getting a lot of that higher pitch string, and you end up getting a little bit more string noise. There's still a lot of clarity in this, so at any rate, I'll let you hear what the difference is. So basically, I'm going to take my Ibanez today. I'm going to play my Nashville tuning for you, and then I'll take my Mitchell guitar, which was also a pretty inexpensive 12-string guitar, sub $500 on both of these guitars. And then it's strung like 12-string, standard 12-string in E flat. So you'll hear them both, get an idea of what each one of them sounds like as I noodle around. So. All right. So that's a Nashville tuning. A lot of brightness, a lot of clarity to it. And here is a 12-string tuning, playing the same thing basically. Pretty cool. Both of them have a really unique sound to them. One of the things that I really like about 12 strings is there's this like really chorusing effect to it, and very unique sounding. As you strum and do other things, it sounds very full. It can get really messy sounding. You probably could hear some of that as I played. You know, the notes kind of jumble together and mix together, where a Nashville tuning, everything's very present. It's very wide open. It feels like it pokes through, and you can hear all of those different notes very easily. But the other thing that it does is, even though the tuning is exactly the same, just basically in octaves of each other, you know, for what you're hearing audibly, there is a uniqueness of the character of that tuning when you play the Nashville versus, you know, a standard. The way that the sound of the chord is accents different because of how those octaves are playing against, you know, the standard tuned strings for B and E. They have a higher presence, so it just like accentuates a chord in just a little bit different way. It'd be kind of the same thing as if you got on a piano and you played, you know, an octave higher for a few of the notes in the chord, and then you maintained, you know, the middle position in a piano down by middle C, playing the rest of the chord, versus if you just played everything right at the middle position. You know, there's just a unique quality about it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. I really appreciate all those who end up watching my videos. And, you know, my goal is basically to just share my love of music and to share little tips and tricks to help you find ways to make things stand out differently in a mix. Also share like creative concepts. You know, I don't really want my channel to be specifically like gear review per se. I do enjoy doing gear review also, as like I talked about when I first started the channel, was to talk about gear because I love gear. I love it because it's like a tool. You know, it's a method to or a vehicle for creativity. So I hope you guys enjoy the same things. Maybe you enjoy other things, and if you do, I'd love to hear from you in the comments about what those might be. So thank you for joining, and thank you for sharing and in this process with me.